Right, guys, welcome to the zone. Absolutely fucking awful. Absolutely awful. Manchester United 1, Young Boys 2. Look, I haven't watched any punditry. I haven't watched any other match reactions. I haven't read any forums, so I don't know what people think about that. But that loss is entirely on Ole. And I've been saying it for a long time that he's a poor manager. He's a poor manager. He is the best manager that we've had since Fergie retired in terms of building a team, getting people on board, keeping spirits high. But this man cannot manage in-game at all. This was horrendous. This was absolutely horrendous to watch. So this is what happened for those that don't know. As always, there'll be highlights linked in the description, like, comment, all that jazz. At 35, I can't even speak, I'm that pissed off. At 35 minutes, Wan-Bissaka gets sent off. This is the team we currently fielded, and Wan-Bissaka was sent off. Okay? Right here, this is the team we fielded, and Wan-Bissaka was sent off. Now, of those players, what would you do? You could take off Ronaldo, push Sancho up front. Yeah? Go to a back three. You could even say then later on swap Lindelof to Varane. Shaw's played a left-sided centre-back before. Lindelof's played a right-sided centre-back before. Maguire is our centre-back. You could play 3 centre-backs, have Sancho up top and be a strong manager and take off Ronaldo. You could even take off sort of Pogba. You could take off anyone, pretty much. But the one thing you've got to do is you've got to change the system, because obviously the system here is built for 11 players, and now he's going to 10 men. This is the team. This is unbelievable. This is the team. Look at this team here. This is the team we ended up with on the pitch to hold on to a 1-1 draw and then lose. Look at this shit. That is our team. Now, of that team, when you look at that team, Martial downgraded, right? Cavani, Ronaldo are better. Lingard, Van der Beek's better as a 10. Bruno's better as a 10. Sancho's better as a 10. Whoever you want to pick, I'm sorry, Lingard, you've had a good time at West Ham, mate. You're not Man United quality, mate. I'm sorry. I don't rate you. I'm sorry, but you're not Man United quality, mate. Matic is past it and old. He has his good days, but they ain't there every time. A lot. Didn't really pull up any trees in his loan move. Should have been sold. Should have got a proper right back in, and Trippier offered literally nothing this game. And Lindelof, well, we've seen Lindelof for years now. The guy can't head, average defender, and obviously we've upgraded him to Varane. So you've got Martial, Lingard, Matic, Lindelof and Dalot all on the pitch because of our manager has decided to take off Ronaldo, Bruno, Fred, Sancho. And he didn't start with Champions League Varane. No, he started with BTEC Lindelof. Now, you might be going, it's a red card, mate. Anyone can lose to 10 men. Yeah, anyone can lose to 10 men. But look how Chelsea performed against 10 men against a proper team like Liverpool compared to that. We were just absolutely peppered with shots. Absolutely peppered with shots. We didn't defend in any concept whatsoever. We were still doing fancy flicks and tricks. We weren't keeping the ball. Donny van der Beek comes off, Sancho comes off, and you're bringing on all these players that are worse. And can someone explain to me what is the point with 2 minutes to go? Why are you bringing off Fred, our defensive midfielder, who's been actually pretty good at defending all day, for Martial? What? So you want Martial, think about this, you want Martial to stand up top, sulking around, doing nothing, right? Doing nothing. And you've taken off Ronaldo. Are you telling me Ronaldo can't stand up top? Are you telling me Ronaldo can't come back and clear the box? Or you can't say to Ronaldo, listen, mate, you just chill in midfield. You just be an extra body in midfield, and when you can, come back and defend. We're going for a draw here. We're going for 1-1. Bear in mind, I don't even think we should be going for 1-1. Yeah, we lost Wan-Bissaka, mate. But if you started with your proper squad, with your proper players, and you had Greenwood and Varane in the team, and you started with your proper team, we could have still beaten them with 10 men easily. This was absolutely shocking tactics. Absolutely shocking tactics. I honestly, I'm fucking fuming, mate. He takes off Sancho to put on Dalot, who's bang average, right? And then he's wheeling on one by one players of worse quality, and he's not even changing the system in any meaningful way. We're still been hammered with shots, hammered with chances against us. It's still desperate defending. If they had maybe just stopped shooting from 40 yards and took that extra pass, they probably would have put 5 past us. So this loss is entirely on Ole. It is. I'm sorry. Nobody will convince me otherwise. That was horrendous fucking management. It's like he's like, okay, right, I could go back 3 with Varane, but I'll put on Dalot. Actually, I'll put on Varane. Okay, Varane goes on. Well, we're still light in midfield. What can I do? All right, let's take off Bruno and put on Matic. Oh, right, well, how do we get the ball to Ronaldo? Right, well, we'll just take Ronaldo off and put Lingard on because maybe he can run it forward himself because he's got more legs. And you think, okay, those decisions in a vacuum kind of make a bit of sense, but then when you actually look at the fucking team you end up with on the pitch, mate, Martial, Lingard, Matic, Lindelof, Dalot, what are you doing, mate? One person got sent off. Wan-Bissaka, mate. And that's the team you've ended up with. That's your tactics to beat, or not even beat, that was your tactic to stay 1-1 against Young Boys, was it? That was the team, to go 1-1. Martial up top on his own, Lingard wandering around. Look, have we even mentioned Lingard? Look, the guy has had a green spell. Every player throughout the history of time has that green spell where they're really, really good. Should have been sold. Not good enough. Are you telling me Van der Beek couldn't have done that number 10 role that Lingard did tonight? So he comes on. He's not paying it. Like, this is the thing. This is why they're not Man United quality, mate. Because unfortunately, the sad reality is a proper player that's playing for his position and has good quality in him, he's thinking to himself, this is really fucking important that we get the point. It's been a shit result, but maybe a point's okay with 10 men for the group. He just does this half-ass pass, passes it completely to the bloke who scores. What are you doing here, mate? You were, and people say, oh, we couldn't sell him, we should have sold him, we should have lowered our asking price. No, West Ham, if you actually read all the proper journalists, West Ham actually wanted to buy him for the correct amount, but Lindelof didn't want to move because he'd rather sit here and collect his wages. Martial, likewise, I think it was Lille, offered the correct amount we wanted and wages, but he didn't want to move. And I keep coming back to this fucking team, mate. Look at the team he's ended up with on the pitch, mate. What is that, bro? Can I give you a positive? I thought Pogba was really, really good, and yet again, he's been let down. And I just keep thinking to myself, when the game ends, and I'm seeing Martial Martial didn't even fucking come back to defend, mate. He stood up top. Like, I can't stand that bloke, mate. I tell you from video 1 on this channel, I've told you I've got an agenda against Martial because I don't rate him. I think he's fucking shit, mate. And he doesn't even come back to defend, and you end up looking and you're losing. Like, think about this. You're losing the game against Young Boys, and you look to your bench as that second goal goes in, and you see Ronaldo, Bruno, Sancho, Van der Beek, and there's probably someone else I'm forgetting, all sat on the bench. And you're like, why are all the people we just replaced on the field? And you know why they're on the field? Because of his tactics. His tactics, when he subbed off Sancho, he obviously then is locked into, when he brings on Dalot, standard back 4. And then when you play a standard back 4, then you're obviously taking off a midfielder because you've had one sent off. So then you're obviously going to be light in midfield, which means Ronaldo is going to be even more isolated. And he already was pretty isolated at the start. Just like to say he took his goal really well and was in the right position like a proper striker. So once he'd locked himself into this tactical change with the right back move, with then even lighter in midfield, and he didn't even, when he brought on Varane, I thought maybe he was going to push Dalot into midfield and he was going to try some like makeshift type of team, but no, he just kept doing. You know who he reminds me of, mate, and Chelsea fans will understand this if there's any Chelsea fans watching this for some reason. It reminds me of Lampard in the sense that his changes are always a bit late, always kind of a bit questionable, and they're always a bit like for like. if you put Tuchel in charge when that red card goes in and Wan-Bissaka sent off, mate, do you think he'll end up with this team on the pitch with all of the tools at his disposal? Honestly, it's fucking infuriating that you lose your first opening Champions League game, which is meant to be like the bank of 3 points. We never get out of the groups. We never do well in the Champions League. And you've got all your fucking best players on the bench, and he's dicking around with a shit formation, playing shit players, doing shit tactics. And I keep saying it as well. Best manager we've had, love the guy, but tactically not good enough in man and management. And his backroom staff, man. What's Michael Carrick doing, mate? Can you imagine Michael Carrick like doing any form of tactics? Like, so yeah, that was the game. Absolutely fucking shit. Ronaldo took his goal really well. Right time, right place. Wrongfully taken off. Pretty much every player was wrongfully taken off. And it's not even like a, oh, if you'd have won, you'd have been praising him. No, it's just shit, mate. The way I analyze the game is, like I say, I haven't watched any reviews, I haven't watched anything. I just judge it on what I've seen. And win or lose that game, that was horrendous man management. And unfortunately, we've lost it. Not even fucking drawn it, mate. Even drawing it would have been disgusting, but fucking losing it, mate. Honestly, time's ticking, mate. Time's ticking. You've got the fucking squad to do something with, mate. You've got 2 years of Ronaldo. Don't fucking waste him. Don't waste all of these players' time. You've got probably 1 year of Pogba. What are you doing? I can't get over how fucking bad. Like, I don't know if anyone else is thinking like this. Maybe people are thinking, just 10 men, mate. You went down to 10 men and you lost control of the midfield, and it was a silly mistake by Lingard that cost you the game. Maybe that's what people are thinking, but I'm not thinking like that. I'm thinking it was like bit by bit by bit by bit, we undid our own chances of winning through our own management. That's honestly how it feels. It wasn't like we were doing really well, red card, and then doing really well, freak goal, and then doing really well, freak mistake by Lingard. It wasn't. It was like doing pretty average because of his team selection, got the goal, still doing pretty average because of tactics, sending off, doing worse because of the tactical change, and change after change after change, doing worse and worse and worse. And then on top, like, I don't even want to think about it. Just get me off this video, mate. It's fucking annoying.